Hi, welcome back to Align with Ali. Today we are going to go back to the basics and do a very simple Pilates reformer class. But with that being said, you are welcome to challenge yourself, challenge those basics, and increase your resistance or decrease your resistance, whatever makes that exercise harder. So it's a really nice opportunity to really just perfect your form and take things to a new level if you've kind of been on the same spring settings for a while. I will recommend having a band with you just so you can elevate things a bit. But as always, you don't need the band with you. You can take it off at any point in time if it doesn't feel comfortable for you. So we are going to get started on 2 red and 1 blue spring. And we are going to lay down. We're going to start off with some bridging, some footwork again, just back to some basics. My headrest is going to come up because that feels comfortable for my neck. If you have any neck issues, you might want to keep that headrest down. And then from here, you're going to lay on your back. You're going to take that band and place it over your knees. Again, you could use fabric or you can use elastic, whatever you have. And then from here, we're just going to settle into the carriage. Let your shoulders get heavy, drop them away from your ears, unclench that jaw. Hands can rest by your side. You're just going to start with a deep inhale through your nose. Let those ribs expand. And then exhale through the mouth. Another deep inhale. And exhale. One more like this. Now you keep your breathing fluid throughout this class. We're going to start to work on some pelvic tilts just to warm up that spine. So tipping that tailbone, arching that back a little bit, tucking that tailbone, pressing your back into the mat. I like to inhale to tip and exhale to curl. You're just going to be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. You're going to find your neutral spine. So hips are level. You're going to engage those deep abdominals. If it feels more comfortable to have that imprinted spine, please feel free to do that. And if you have the band on, you're just going to start to press out into the band for about 10 times just to get used to that resistance. If you don't have a band, you can just bring those knees in and out for some hip mobility. Good. I'm going to put my heels on the bar because that's going to feel comfortable for me. But if you want to do arches or toes and challenge yourself in a different way, you are more than welcome to. Just a few more like this. Good. And then on this last one, you're going to press. You're going to keep your knees in line with your hips. Hands by your side. You're going to press and lift your hips up into a bridge, tucking that tailbone, dumping some weights in the back, weight into the back of the shoulders. Hands by your sides. And then coming down, leading with that tailbone. Keep tension on the band. Good. Exhale, press up. And down. Good. Again, that band's going to really activate those outer glutes a little bit more. And if you don't have a band, that's totally fine. You could also do a ball between the knees or a yoga block between the knees. My glutes and hamstrings are getting fired up. Giving an extra little squeeze at the top there. Got 3 more like this. Good. 1 more, but you're going to hold at the top. Holding that bridge. You're going to take your left leg, reach it up to the ceiling, flex that foot. You're going to pulse up and down for 10 single leg bridges with that right leg. Good. 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, it burns. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on down. And bring that knee into the chest. I have to massage that butt cheek out because that burned. And then we're going to go right to the other side. So left heel's on that bar, closer to the middle. Right leg is reaching up to the ceiling. We go for 10. Use the hands for support. 9. Last 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come on down, bring those knees into your chest. From here, you can keep the band on or you can take it off. We're gonna place the toes on the bar, heels just relax below, and you're pressing straight out and coming back down. If you do have the band around your knees, you can widen your stance just to add a little bit of tension onto that band. Good, taking your breath with you. And you're gonna press all the way out and hold. You're just gonna lift those heels, lower those heels under the bar. Good, press the way to lift and lower. Working those calves. Pulling up, up, up. And slowly coming down, starting to feel that burn really build. We're here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And then you can pedal the feet, bending one knee, dropping one heel, and then switching. You can bounce if that feels comfortable for you. Beautiful, and then bend your knees to come on down. You're gonna take your heels as wide as the bar again. I still have the band on, so I'm adding tension into that band. If the band is just annoying you or it's too much, you just take it off. Wide stance, leg press, toes rotated out to that sumo squat motion. And if you want it to go heavier for this footwork, you can add more springs. If it feels like too much, you just take away springs. Good, again, exhaling to press away, inhaling to come down. Good, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then you're gonna come on down. You're gonna take that band off and then just slip it and place it to the side. And then you're gonna come on up. Okay, from here, we're gonna go to 2 red springs. You're gonna lay on your side. Again, maybe for this headrest comes up, maybe you put a yoga block on your headrest as a pillow. Totally up to you. Your top foot is gonna be on that bar. Your bottom leg is gonna reach long, and you are going to flex that bottom foot. You're just gonna start to press that carriage away with that top leg. You want knee to stay at hip height here. Good, and you can readjust if you feel like you're up too high. Just readjust your body. And good, bottom leg stays straight. Good, now the next time your carriage comes back down, you're gonna lift your bottom leg up to the bar. And then when you press away, it's gonna lower back down. We're just gonna do 10 like this. 9, 8, 6. Good, last 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And come back down. Good. From here, you're just going to press your body up. You are going to switch your spring to 1 blue spring, or again, if you're wanting to work into something heavier, you can go into like a blue and a white or 1 red spring. And we're going to come into a torso twister. So option 1, just staying down. Option 2, coming up. And rotating your body side to side, keeping your eyes on your hands. Just getting a nice thoracic rotation. Now another option is you can come down as your strap comes out of resistance. Rotate, come up as you press into resistance. So that will get the thighs burning a little bit more. So choose whatever option feels good today. We're just going to do about 3 more. Good. And then 1 more after this. And then you're gonna come on down. From here, we're gonna take that right hand strap, place it in the right hand. Left hand is gonna go on the shoulder rest, and then knees just on the carriage, and you are hinged forward. You're just gonna pull that arm straight back, all the way beside your ribs and your hip, and then release. So going nice and slow into a single arm arc, keeping your gaze straight in front of you. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. You're going to hold your arm back. And you're going to press into a tricep extension. We're just going to do 5 total. Good. Last 2. Good. Last 1. And then release that arm. From here, we're going to keep that strapped. You're going to take your legs wide. So I'm straddling the shoulder rests here, 1 leg on each side. And I'm going to take my left hand and place it through that strap and grab onto the rope. So I want a lot of tension because I want to really feel the stretch across my body. My right arm is just going to come to the side. My left hand is going to reach towards my right ankle. My right arm is going to reach back. That strap's going to give me a nice stretch through the shoulder. And then I'm going to use my spine and abdominals to stack up tall and give a single arm row with that left arm. So I'm going to pull, allow that stretch, really reach that arm forward. My right arm's reaching back, stack up, single arm. To get a deeper stretch in those hamstrings, you're going to flex your feet. Good, 2 more like this. Really stretch a little bit more. Good, last one. And then you're gonna slowly release that strap. And then you are going to drop that strap down. Then you're gonna start on the opposite side now. So we'll kind of reverse the order that we did everything in. Right hand comes to left loop. You're gonna grab up that strap. Legs are long, feet are flexed. We let that strap pull us. And we stack up tall and pull. Really allow your body to reach. Good, last 2. And last one. And then you're gonna release that strap. We're gonna keep that strap with us. We're gonna come to kneeling. We're gonna come into our arm arc and tricep extensions. And then we'll go into our torso twister and then our side lying series. So strap is in left hand, just pulling that arm straight back. And again, if this is feeling easy, I really challenge you to go a little bit heavier. Maybe you start with a blue and maybe you add a white for the last 5 reps or so, just so you can start building up your abilities and your strength. We'll go for about 4 or 5 more because naturally I lost count. Good. On this last one, you're gonna pull. You're gonna need 5, elbow bend, tricep extension. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then keep that strap with you. You're gonna face the opposite direction. Again, you can be up, you can be down, you can be up and down. You're gonna do about 10 of whatever option you're feeling today. Again, you increase resistance as you wish. Adjust your body as you need to. I'm gonna go for 3 more. Good, last one. And then we're gonna let that strap go. From here, we are going back to 2 red springs, laying on our right side now, doing our single leg press with the bottom leg lifting, headrest up, yoga block on your headrest if you wish, or even a little squishy ball will do. Bottom leg is straight and reaching. We'll just start with a few leg presses to get used to this positioning. Allow yourself to adjust if you need to. And then as that carriage comes down, the bottom leg is gonna lift. We'll do this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna press yourself up and we are going to face the foot bar. We are gonna go into a modified long stretch. You are welcome to do a full long stretch off your knees on your toes. You can make this as hard or as difficult as you want. You could add push-ups in. You can really make this exercise your own. And then we are gonna get into some stretching to end off this class. Just nice and quick and efficient today. You're gonna reach those hips forward, hands are shoulder width apart, tailbone tucked, and you're pressing as far as you feel comfortable, and then using your abdominals and those under armpit muscles to pull you in. Maybe you add a push-up if that feels good for you. We'll do about 10 total. You take breaks as needed. About halfway there. Now you want to make this harder, you can lighten your spring. I'm on a blue. You can go to a white. We're going to make this harder, come off your knees onto your toes, but you might need to add a spring just for a little bit more support because the jump in springs is quite drastic, or the jump in position is quite drastic. Good, last 3. Last 2. Last one. And then you're going to shift your body back into a child's pose. Good, just calming your breath. And then rounding your spine forward. And then we're gonna take a step off to the right of the machine, staying on a blue spring. Your right foot on the floor, your left leg on the carriage, just sending that carriage out. Hands can come down to the rails if you wish. You're welcome to hold or bring your leg forward and back. Getting a stretch through that left hip flexor here. Now, if you want to get into the right hamstring, you can push your foot into the floor to straighten out your knee, almost like you're in the splits. And you're breathing and you're holding. Good. And then you can bring that carriage back in. You're going to add a red spring to your blue. Before we go to the other side, we're going to come into an elephant stretch. Heels against the shoulder rest, body pressed back. And if a blue and a red feels too easy, please feel free to add more springs. Feeling this in the hamstrings as your feet come forward. Good. Just pressing with the back of the leg to send the carriage out, not pushing through those shoulders at all. Good. Just a few more like this. And last one. Good, and then we are going to take that red off, come to the other side. Send that carriage back. Again, hands can come to the rail, the floor, wherever you feel comfortable. You can hold here. And then you can press away with that left leg to get into the hamstrings. And then bring that carriage in. We're going to add that red back on. And we are going to finish with feet and straps. We can't finish the class without feet and straps. It's the best way to finish. So you're going to hook the straps on. You are going to lay down on your back. And then hook your feet in. Good. Just starting with a hamstring stretch, trying to keep your pelvis grounded, but if it feels okay, it can lift up. Just make sure you're controlling it with the straps. I'm just holding here. If you have back pain, you don't want your back lifting. Taking a few deep breaths. Good. You're going to press your feet into the straps. Hands come by your side. Just arcing those feet up and down. As tolerated. You can do feet parallel. You can do heels together, toes apart. Or you can do big toes together, heels apart. You can do a mixture of all three. Good, taking your breath with you. Maintaining that neutral spine, keeping core engaged. We don't want the bum lifting and we don't want the back arching. Good, we're gonna go into leg circles, whatever direction you wanna start with. And then reverse directions. Good, last two. And last one. Good, you're gonna hold onto those ropes again. You're gonna bend your knees, coming into a happy baby. You can rock side to side. You can hold it. You can also reach one leg long, stretch with the strap. And you can switch side to side, almost like a Peter Pan, but just holding a stretch. It does feel quite intense, so you might need to ease into it. And then from here, I do like to come into a butterfly, allowing the straps just rest on my chest. Taking a few really deep breaths here. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Good job. Then you can take your feet out of the straps, just resting your toes on that bar. You're just gonna roll over to the side, press your body up. And thank you for joining me for that very quick and efficient back to the basics class. I hope to make you another video next week, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below what you'd like to see more of.